and it can be small like this one or large like that. Oh, that's a different shape. It looks like it's.
I want to see
and
what
you
figure
can,
is
and
like.
we also set the spin of this, so it
Yeah,
can
that's fine.
it can be in a circular pattern. Now drop it. Just might be running low on things kind of. So you can see that one's hanging more towards the red one that we have. That
Oh,
you
this
have.
is cool, man.
It's head more towards the red one than that.
Rebels. I mean, I get very happy. Well, you can make up so.
I was gonna say,
Yes, I think, like, yeah. Lipstick, you'll have to make it.
I'm always an advocate to the point where just because you may not have the funding for it, the interest is on, but you just have to figure out another way to do it.
We're basically going to make a circle. No. You need way more. This is not going to go high. Yeah, so we're going to need the next one. Wait, yeah. Because it's not flying yet, so.
Yeah, you know, of course you guys don't need me, I know I talked with
Well, it came after you, didn't it? There's a ball behind you.
Do it one more time, please.
What's that? You ready? Let's watch this one. Here it comes. Getting ready to turn around right there. All on its own.
Yeah?
Come, let's go visit. Thank you so much.
You bet. Take a look at this one, sir. This one's a good one. Get a good look at the whole chain.
Wait, hold on.
You ready? That's the Mardi Gras chain. You know how to work it.
Seriously?
It's okay. Put it back on there. You know.
Okay. Now. Ah, yeah, right. Now. This is the kind of point, sort of, maybe. Just leave it down here. Wanna go there? Just bring it down the stairs. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just lay it down. Now, does it go any higher? Is this it? Is it? Where's the pulley? I can't see.
You got a few more feet to go.
Look on the windowsill and corners and stuff, and I find other dead things. Mosquitoes, flies, bugs. Occasionally I get like these snake bugs. They got to be full of polyaromatic hydrocarbon because they're so smelly. So if I'm really sick, I think somebody might have. I'll find a mouse in the mousetrap. Throw it all in the blender, add a little water, blend it all up, run through the coffee filter to get rid of the mouse brains, end up with polyaromatic hydrocarbons. Now, comment we're going to make. Comment's just basically a giant dirty snowball. You know anything about snowballs? You know they got to be the right consistency to stick together, right? Too dry, they fall apart. Too slushy, they don't really stick together. So the only way you can tell if it's got the right consistency or not is to
dots with the size of
It's workable by 3, and the large one is about the size of
So also, if you notice when I toss it up in the air, well, notice when I toss it up in the air, watch it. When I toss it up in the air, it leaves a little trail, right? Where'd it go?
Where is it, Miriam?
Where'd it go?
You didn't see it? Pocket. It's in your pocket.
What?
Where is it, Miriam?
Have it in my pocket to be burning my rear. Ah! Ah!
Called it.
All right, congratulations. Here you go. You get the first, get one of the prizes. All right, good job, good job. All right, you're a member of the International Experts, Explosive Expert things. You get to blow up stuff now that you got the wristband. Okay? All right, so, but if you notice, it leaves a little trail. Notice a little trail of the water vapor coming off of it? All right? That's called sublimation when it changes from a solid directly to a gas. Evaporation is a liquid to a gas. Liquefaction is going from a solid to a liquid, but this skips that step.
Yeah.
All right. Can you come here? Neil, come on. How's it going?
All right.
Okay, I need you to wear this. Neil, come over here. Okay, put that on your neck. All right. And this is one of our instructors. This is his son. The other one. Raise his hand. There you go. Like this. There you go. All right. You guys go. Yep.
All right, go ahead and say something. Or?
No. I was just letting you guys know. This is our bearded dragon. Her name's Stella. This is Ruby, our corn snake, eastern corn snake, who's hiding at the moment. For Rockville Science Day, we also have milk snake, Pueblo milk snake, and we also have our tortoises over there, our red-coated tortoise. Then we have our tarantula and our centipede. Both are hiding.
So this one, we just started this one. We're going to have to wait a little bit for this one to go. It's very important to mix it really, really well because the yeast has to get started. It has to be dissolved to get
But do you want me to show you what happens when you put some fruit and push it up and mix it with some sugar, salt and salt, and get the DNA to come out of basically baby shampoo and salt, table salt with water. And I'm just gonna add some of that strawberry juice into some rubbing alcohol. So if you have rubbing alcohol at home and you put it in the fridge for a couple of hours or in the freezer even, it's going to be really cold. You want it to be really cold for this to work well. And all that cloudiness that's happening, that's the DNA that's coming out of the cells, and it's separating. Yeah. So if you keep it in cold for a little bit, it's gonna work better. It's gonna show a lot of stuff on the bottom. Yeah. So I have some here to show you. And actually, Neil too. Neil hasn't had one at home. Like some of this we did before, there was this white stuff that's coming out, separating. Let's see if let's just wait a little bit for this one to work. You see all the cloudiness that's happening on the top, the little fuzzy white little thread stuff.
Oh, hey.
So this is the biggest it's gonna get. So now we have all this pressure. We're gonna release this pressure. All the pressure?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. If you look, all the pressure goes out, so the volume goes down as well. Yeah. So whose marshmallow is it? Isn't that good?
Mine's the one that's green.
This is the green. See what happened to it? Yeah. Oh yeah, they're not for eating, guys.
Yeah. I don't know what's in the Sharpies. I don't know what's in there. Bye-bye marshmallows.
See how colorful. Do you see the red at the bottom? Although the colors mix very quickly, but here they're not mixing. There's a special way of putting it. And now to the blue. Alright, so look what I'm going to do. I'm going to go at the very bottom. And I'm going to do it very carefully. Otherwise they're going to mix. Do you see the blue developing at the bottom? Isn't this cool? Do you want to see the toothpaste? Okay, we'll do that next. Here we go. Although they should mix, but they don't. You just, we put them in different layers. Blue, red, and yellow on top. So these are all colors that they normally mix. They are salt solutions that they normally mix, but now they're not. So they are different densities. That's the secret. Okay, this is just plain water. This is salt solution. This is even there's more salt.
I'll show you a little more about it.
All right.
If you add too many
So if you wanna, shall we do this and then we'll do the elephant toothpaste? Yeah. All right.
So I'll show you do you see how the yellow is up? Because that's less dense. Yeah.
So you start with yellow. So you have it. Maybe you need to dump that out. So you have to start with yellow less dense and more dense than the last one. It's good that you did that because then you figure out the truth, right? And so they just put salt. And more than making out what is density, it is particles per what? What is density? Density is very important. It's like
Yeah, yeah, I like that. This is just 2 ingredients, yeah.
I don't know. Oh, Finn made one. Should I
If
add?
you guys want, you can take it home in a bag if you want. Yeah. Right now.
Thank you. Because I'm going to use some chemicals that are concentrated, and I don't want anything to get into your eyes. Okay, just let's be careful. Thank you.
I have this to cover my eyes.
But then you don't see it. It's best to stay a little bit back. Yes. All right.
Oh my god.
All right. So do you want to make it colorful?
What about blue and red together?
Blue and red together?
Yeah.
Or how about we make stripes?
Yeah.
Yes? Let's make stripes. So
Yes.
we'll like Crest or Colgate.
Wait, can you
Make
really
stripes.
brush elephant's
Bring it
teeth?
down from here. And then another one down from here.
What the?
Yeah, so you see I'm using a very tall graduated cylinder. So these are cool stuff we use in our chemistry labs. And now we'll put the red.
I think the last one he did is going the fastest. And the red is with the...
Alright, so what does this remind you of?
Harley Quinn.
Hey, it kind of looks like it kind of touches the blue.
The red is touching the blue? Yeah.
Evaporates.
Oh, evaporates. What's evaporation?
Hey, that looks like
I'm just using some ivory soap, okay? Ivory detergent.
hot ivory. Ah, put that in there. Oh my god.
Alright. Ready?
Did it break?
Ready? Let's say 1,
Ooh, I'm scared. 3. Oh no. Oh no. What is it? What is it doing? Now it's just turning white.
Wow, and you see the smoke that comes out?
Yeah.
And in fact, it is hot because this is an exothermic reaction.
Will you do it again? That's so cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Do
And
it
how about-
again.
Look at what I have here. This is what they use to brush their teeth for the elephant. Do you brush your teeth?
Yeah.
How many times a day?
Once.
Every day.
Good for you.
I do it
You
once.
should. All right.
Hey,
Once every
why can't we can you do it again?
What can you say? Exothermic reaction for me?
Exothermic reaction. Hey, it's turning orange.
Because it means that it gives off heat. So it gets hot. It gives off heat.
And then it looks like fire, the orange.
Well, you know, we've got so many other
Entails a variety of different demonstrations that produce light by various methods. We find the demonstrations kind of interesting, and so hopefully you will too. Now you've already heard, but once again I am going to just warn you a little bit of a disclaimer. We literally do start the show with a bang. So there are a series of very loud noises at the very beginning. So if you're sensitive to loud bangs and the sort, you might want to wait outside for a minute or two. Then when we're finished with that particular portion of the show, everything else will be a lot quieter as far as that goes. So just letting you know there are a bunch of loud movements coming in. Alright, so we have a balloon filled with a gas that is lighter than air. We are going to take the candle, bring it up, and see what happens. That balloon, by the way, is filled with hydrogen gas. So we have a series of other balloons also. And I know, same thing's going to happen, unfortunately, for a little bit. If you listen carefully, you can hear something rattling around inside. So
If you don't like the noises, you might want to wait outside for a couple minutes.
Just be like a couple minutes.
and it'll be much quieter afterwards, we promise. But we did take some of the other balloons and we put different salts into them, so we're going to again bring up the candle and see what happens as far as that goes. So we'll give this one a shot. That one had a little bit of a calcium salt in it. Alright, got another one. And a little bit of potassium there. That's kind of a weak boom. Alright, another one coming up. That had a copper salt. That had some strontium in it. This one has a smiley face on it. That balloon was filled with helium. That's why it had a smiley face. It didn't blow up.
So those are the balloons you get at the fairgrounds. So you don't have to worry about the ones at the fairgrounds going.
You don't want to do it at home because nothing will happen as far as those types of balloons are.
So now anyone who's outside can come back in. That was the end of the band.
Now, we consider this as sort of being our fireworks portion of the show. Because fireworks do have different salts in them, and that gives you the colors that you see. No more bangs. No more bangs.
No more bangs.
So we figured the fireworks portion was complete with that little bit of sparkle. So this is really fine iron powder, and it gives us our sparkle effect. Or is it contaminated?
Probably should have done that with some salts.
Probably.
Oh well. So you probably had some difficulty seeing those salts in the bang. So we are going to show you, these are the same salts as all in alcohol. So that is strontium. You all can see the distinct color, right? You all see that? Yeah. Okay. And we have here, oh, we had a lot of calcium there. Sorry, strontium. We have here copper. It's almost like Christmas color now. Now, potassium you have trouble seeing in the balloon, but it generally works better here. You see the color of the potassium? And we have here calcium. Okay, so you all got to see those? Without the lower bangs. So let's go on to the next stage. Now, you can see over here that we have ice. We have formed ice into the shape of a bucket. So we should be heating that. This one next. Okay, so we have here ice in the shape of a bucket, and we have here a chemical called calcium carbide. Now, calcium carbide reacts with ice. So I'm going to take some of this and put it in. And you all see the bubbling and fizzing? Yes?
No.
Okay. Well, it is bubbling and fizzing. And this used to be used by miners in the mines as a way of generating light, because that reaction produces what's called acetylene, which is a flammable gas. And so they would put this in water, any form they had, and it would produce acetylene, and then they would set it on fire. This is how they would see down in the mines. Now, you can imagine this being your light source and continually having to put more of the calcium carbide in. But yes, you are actually seeing ice reacting with something else and burning.
We just like to call it burning ice.
Can you imagine being hundreds of feet underground and trying to see by that while swinging a mining pick? It's reacting pretty well this time. You've got good air holes. It is good that's going on for a while, because our next reaction requires that something be molten. While she is getting it set up, I'm going to talk about the setup. So we have here a gummy bear. And this gummy bear is not a good gummy bear. This is a criminal gummy bear. And in the days of old, when the Roman emperors were considering the fate of a criminal, they would hear all the evidence, and then they would either give the criminal a thumbs up, meaning he would live, or a thumbs down, meaning he would die. Given that this gummy bear is a criminal, what do you all think? I'm seeing some thumbs down. Okay, the gummy bear has been condemned, but democratically this time, rather than just one emperor, right? So as soon as that stuff is molten, is that flame still going? I put it too much. Okay, no. Okay. So is everybody ready? We are going to send the gummy bear to his fate. You can hear him screaming. A couple of years ago, we had a gummy bear who actually climbed up to the rim and tried to escape. But this one looks like he went to his death. Now, not all reactions are quite as dramatic in how they start as that one was. Let me turn on the lights for the next reaction. This reaction involves something called potassium permanganate and another chemical called glycerol. I'm going to pour the glycerol onto the potassium permanganate. Okay? And you all keep an eye on it and tell me what happens. Doesn't seem like anything's happening, does it? But hopefully it will eventually. But there it goes. So some reactions start immediately, others take a while to get going. With this one, by the way, you see that color in there? It's the same color as the potassium that we had out here. It's because it's potassium permanganate. So here's everything that has potassium and tends to burn that color. Okay, and now that is done. 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 Let's put on too much glycerol.
You only need about 10 minutes. So the reactions you've seen so far have basically been producing light with an awful lot of heat energy. Summer's around the corner, and you're going to have your summer nights where you'll see fireflies flying around. And they produce light also, but without heat, so they have what they call cold light. So I have a couple of solutions in this spiral contraption. We're going to throw them together. So this is luminol, similar to the light sticks, a little bit different formulation as far as that goes. And that's the color of luminol on its own. It has that bluish glow to it. Doesn't last as long as the light sticks do, so a little bit different type of mixture. So there's the basic color of luminol to begin with. And I've already, in a bunch of these flasks, added a little bit of one of the solutions. I'm going to throw the second one in, but I've also added some different indicators to the first solution. Let's see what takes place. Not much there. That's this time. Hopefully I can redeem myself.
Are you adding hydrogen peroxide to those? Or did you get the bottle switched?
See, that tells me that I added the wrong one.
There it goes.
I had a 50-50 chance. So there's a dye with a certain kind of color to it. I'll go back to the other one that I was giving a shot. And a little bit of a bluish glow again. Where's that one's concerned? Move on to see what we've got here. This one.
Jellyfish color.
And I got one last one to try. It's a little bit dimmer, kind of a purplish glow. Maybe a little bit hard to see from the back as far as that goes. So I think you're probably all familiar with this as light sticks. And keep in mind that You need to add two solutions together in order to get the reaction to occur to produce the light. And if you listen carefully when you bend this, you'll hear a snap. There's a glass tube inside that contains one of the chemicals, and then you can mix them together. I've been told, as far as the company is concerned, this is a true red glow. Some people cheat and they have red plastic to try and get the red glow, but this is a true, actual red glow as far as that goes. And I got a couple more to quickly show. We got our blue light stick. Green. And the high intensity lasts for about 5–10 minutes as far as that goes. So different indicators, different materials, kind of similar to what I had with the different class here. You get different colored clothes as far as.
The next one we're going to set up for you is kind of subtle. So it's going to take 4 different solutions being put together. So there's going to have to be a little bit of patience involved. But I think it'll be worth it.
Especially when the water's really hot.
This had to be heated up to 60 degrees to get it.
To make it a good reaction.
So that's chemical number, everybody? That's number 2.
Number C. 3. That's a little warm. Oops. All right, here we go.
So can you all see the glow? Okay. So just keep an eye on it, because you can see the glow just went out, right? We'll just keep an eye on it for a while. Let's see what happens.
See, it's kind of pink.
You'll see it again? And what happens with this is it just keeps on happening again over and over for 5–10 minutes afterwards. So every once in a while you'll see the, oh, there goes the glow again. You'll see it?
Yeah.
Sadly, we can't turn off that one light back there, or you'll be able to get a much better shot at it. So let's get this on. So for the next one, we need to heat up something. So let's turn that on. Keep the burner down.
They call this, by the way, ghostly cylinder, just as the name of the demonstration.
So the next one we're going to deal with is something called nitrocellulose. And nitrocellulose was one of the first plastics. And they used it in making films. They used it in making billiard balls. In other words, pool balls, for those of you who've ever played pool. And the problem with nitrocellulose is it was highly unstable. So if it heated up very much, something interesting happened to it. You're going to see what happened to it in a little bit, but one of the problems with it, since it was so unstable, was that it could explode if it got a good spark. Everybody ready?
Yep, here we go.
And that's why we don't have many of the old films anymore. Because if the movie projector overheated, guess what happened? Boom. And so entire storage facilities full of movies had one spark, and all the old movies went boom. They also had cases where two pool balls would hit each other, and the impact would cause them to explode. So not a very safe material for.
And actually, the longer you soak it, so if I soaked it for 24 hours, it would be sensitive enough that I could just hit it with a hammer, but you can't really travel with that. So.
We're coming close to the end. We got a couple more things to do. There was a person who was told that she couldn't make a glow-in-the-dark soap bubble solution, UV sensitive. and he decided to prove people wrong, so we have a UV light. And he came up with this formulation is called Techno Bubbles, which may still be available, but he came up with a UV sensitive formulation, so a little bit of a black light. He got glowing bubbles, soap bubbles.
And for our last demonstration, so I have some ethanol in here. Yeah, actually. So you're trying to get a good coating of the ethanol. We don't have too much ethanol because that actually feeds the fire. You would do that again. You could do that again. It goes pretty quickly. Every time we do it, it's something different.
So if you want to repeat, you do another.
And you can tell this is called the whoosh bottle. You can tell by the sound it makes as the flames are going down the bottle.
While you're waiting on that, I wanted to point out radioactive elements in my periodic table.
Oh, you're still going.
All right, thank you very much for coming.
We have some gifts for you all as you were leaving. We have here containers which have in a periodic table cup, a heat-sensitive paper with a periodic table, an element, each of you gets a different element, one of those glow-in-the-dark type things called bracelets, and another bracelet. And a star that glows in the dark as well. So everyone can take one of these as they go, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you very much.
Crazy. Look at that.
It would be really cool if there was one. Oh, I know. I have asked and asked.
Yeah, you can. So you can do it, but it tears really fast because it's so soft. You see? So she uses them all day, every day. So if we put this onto here, she'll rip it in the first 3 days. Just because she uses it all the time. But you can do it, yeah.
back up a little bit. You ready? Not his head. Yeah, you can pet him. Josie, let him pet. So, there you go. Now you can Josie feet. Oh, eggs, bugs, and dead stuff. You can touch.
Hey, only one reptile doesn't live in this cave.
What?
It's called.
What's that, Josephine? Bearded dragon?
No.
That's explain it to the lady. What are you talking about? The tortoises don't eat meat, that's right.
One tortoise lived in the cave. It's the one with the bearded dragon.
Right, Stanley. Stanley, like the baby tortoise.
Yeah.
That's right, okay, let's turn around and people touch, okay?
Eric, you can pet him. You might only eat one finger. I bet you've never eaten turtle, have you? Yeah, on camera. Snapping turtle? I don't know. I snap on snapping turtle.
So many. And then, wow, it's
These tortoises.
That's a camera, Jojo. He takes pictures all around. You want to try some?
How fast?
Let's back up, Eric. Come on. Okay, easy. Don't squeeze.
Don't squeeze, just pat.
Nice little domestic ferret.
Eric.
Yep.
Eric.
He's on this side.
Eric. Here.
Come on, pet our ferret. So he's a domestic ferret, but I also call him a cat snake because he feels like a cat. You can fold him in half like a snake. Easy storage.
Is he a little bit
He's got a
scary?
cat at home.
Oh, he does? Yeah, there you go.
He knows how to be gentle.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, very, very cute animals. Yep.
So does it have a name?
So we call our animals ambassadors because we've always wanted to think of our animals as wildlife first and pet second. Even though we don't have ferrets here in Maryland, we do have a lot of animals that kind of look like ferrets, and if we ever saw them, we want to think of them as a wild animal first, not a pet. So we have a lot of native animals here. And if we saw them in the wild, we want to leave them alone.
She's about
And only you go to like pet stores for animals.
He's about 2.5.
Yeah, so he's like a cat snake because he's furry, but he's also very flexible like a noodle, so he does little dance.
And they didn't tell us. Yeah, so they didn't tell the pet store didn't tell us.
In the wild, they're carnivores.
So that's not great. But he's doing better. He's definitely a very calm user because of the metabolic bone disease.
The only one here.
I think I've been talking to other people, and they say it's pretty normal for them when they're young.
Oh yeah, they're really rambunctious. Yeah, they take a while to calm down. But I know if you're trying to, like, if they're trying to fight it.
Alright, so we're going to put hundreds of thousands of chemicals in it.
Make it safe. We're not going to blind you.
Five chemicals. Right? Come on down here, young lady. This is an all ages ride. Yep, yep. Somebody let your older sister move in here. All right.
Be careful, Claire, your head.
You're the older sister. You're her older sister.
I'm very
All right, so we're going to put in 5 chemicals in our atomic. 5. Okay, y'all got that? 5.
Be careful your head,
5
okay?
chemicals. What? I got 7 fingers up. I do it for 5. 6, 7. I do. Now, whose turn is it? Your turn. I don't care if you're excited. It's not your turn.
What's up, son? De care, telescope aqui.
Talk to yourself all you want. Just don't
Let's
lose the argument.
What do you say?
Let's go. Nice.
Good.
Rock.
Green, yes.
Rock.
What is
Not
it?
dirt. Not
It's a
silt.
filter in the telescope that makes it look green.
Yes, that is rock.
So you are looking at the
Take
sun.
care. Hold out your hand.
Okay, look
This is a safe way to look at the sun.
Pass around and let everybody else see it. It's not dirt. Dirt and soil have dead things in it, have live things in it. This is actually recycled asphalt. I use sand because it is rock.
Okay, come on. All right, let's go. Say thank you. Come on. Oh, this one.
No, actually, I don't want to waste your time. Let's go over there.
Or a shooting star, raise your hand. Everybody's done that, go outside. All right? All those who have not seen one, go down to video games, turn off the computer.
Well, this one is
go
green
outside,
right
go.
now because there's a green filter
Shooting star, you saw
that brings out the detail. That one is red because it's looking at a different part of the seesaw.
All right, get back. Wait a minute. Did I give you more than that? Huh? All right, it's got my meteorites, huh? Everybody, put your hands out front. There's some right there. You're guilty. Oh, you're guilty. You're all guilty. Now, you guys keep it. You want to
What do you see?
All right. So I'm going to show you how that little meteor caused that big streak of
What
light.
color
Right?
is it?
So, what I want you to do is take your hands together, put it together like this.
Almost.
Put your hands together like this. All right.
Green.
Thank you so much. Now we don't do that.
technology goes back to the 1780s, so over 230 years. This organ was built in my hometown in Baden-Baden in the Black Forest in Germany.
Yeah.
The organ builder still lives there. His name is Florian Tilgner, and he built this organ for my mother. And 10 years ago, she gifted it to me with the obligation that I would bring this old technology and culture to the new country. So it really is fascinating and so much fun. It's German precision engineering and no emissions, I promise. Except for music, there are no emissions.
No gas or no anything,
No
right?
gasoline, only our power right here. So here,
So
this
where's
was
the air
spindle.
come from? Where's the air come from?
We were pumping it.
Oh,
We were
pumping it
pumping the
when
air.
you turn the pump.
with
And
a
how
piston.
about
So everything, nothing is electric or gasoline. You see, when I turn this here, it transports the wheel with the information on it, and it also translates the circular motion here into an up and down motion like a piston in a car engine. So you see at the end of that stick, all the way down there, you can see where it pumps the air pump, the bellows. So that's where I pump the air gets pushed into this box, and when I close the box, I make it airtight, and then it can only escape through the holes. So there's more, you can have that. There's more on my website on the engineering. Look, this box here, here's all the music.
So you can select in there.
So I have more software, right? More data storage. So I'll take another spindle, I put it right in here. Yeah, everybody can get a turn, we can all line up. So you see here, it's just the paper, and it has a little hook. I put the little hook right here on there. And that's it. So now I close the box, make it airtight. I engage the mechanism, I crank, and I pump the air. You want to try it? Yeah? I go try? A little faster. Let everybody dance. We do that in schools too, so in the catalog. A little faster. You see the low notes on the bottom, the high notes on the top, just as if you're reading music on a music staff. Well, thank you so much. Do you want to try it next? Want to try it? Thank you. You tired? That was great. You're next? Go ahead.
That's where they plug it in. I think they want it open though. You gotta open it up. They want to show people.
Open this door. You are now.
So where's the warranty and how much?
For this, where the battery is warranted for 8 years.
All right.
And
That's pretty good.
now they started making these in 2012, so nobody has had one for 8 years. Okay. Well, they started making the Model S in 2012. The Model X they didn't start making, I think, December 15, I think, something like that.
Oh gosh, go.
Yeah. So and no one's had even the Model S. No one's had one for 8 years, so they don't know for sure how long the battery will last. They're guessing actually probably closer to 12 to 16 years.
Oh, yeah.
This for $249, that for $349. This
object sensors on the front, so I'm going to get a little closer.
Okay.
Thank you. That's good.
We're good. We're good.
Thank you.
What I'm thinking of is like, and sometimes it's hard to see where the issues are, and I want to kind of fly it around to see what's happening.
They're almost straight across from us. And they have that Vermont. I'll go fetch one for you. Thank you very much.
So all of these prints in this
That's a good one.
Just to kind of make it stay in the right place. On the back of there's a coupon for a 10% discount. And the closest store we have is over on Rockville Pike and Federal Plaza. This is called an Inductrix, and Ready to Fly has a little bit different controller than the one I'm using. Comes in right around $80. Very fun to fly indoors, bumps into things, hard to break things with it. And if you do break something on it, all the repair parts are available. Whoop, and there went my battery.
This is a cool.
Is this automatic or someone controlling it? You want to drive? You want to drive?
So you're driving the red robot and basically
And then this is the collection.